Hi, welcome everyone. My name is Eric Mendez. I lead our sales and business development team here at Return Rabbit, and I'm joined by Juliana on our marketing team. We thought it'd be great to be able to show you a quick demo of the product. We've had a ton of features and functionality released in the last couple of weeks that it's too much to cram into an email. So we thought video would be our best option here. And for those of you that don't know, Return Rabbit is an exchange first returns platform. We'll go in and show you all the great ways to be able to exchange items on our platform. So with that being said, let's hop into it. So you'll see on my screen, this is the Return Rabbit login screen. This is our Return Rabbit clothing store. Not available for everyone, but this is our demo site. Everything on here is completely customizable. So images, logos, URL link, colors. We try to be an extension of your brand. So we've made pretty much every aspect in the platform configurable to be able to match your brand voice and your brand aesthetic. So there's a few ways to be able to log into the platform. One is with an order number, as you could see, or you could log in with your zip code if you don't have that handy. I'm gonna go ahead and log in with an order number to get us started. And hopping into the platform, as I mentioned at the beginning, we are a exchange first platform. So you'll see right off the bat the benefits of exchanging with your brand. So these are completely customizable. We offer a ton of functionality when it comes to exchanges. So things like bonus credit, waiving of shipping labels, waiving of restocking fees, or any type of processing fees, or exchange coverage. Things like that are all to your disposal to be able to toggle on and off to offer to your customer to be able to provide that very tailored customer experience. In this case, we are offering free shipping, bonus credit for items that are more expensive, and we'll walk through a little bit of the use case of how to leverage some of these. But again, remember, you could always toggle on and off any of these options that you want. So we're going to see, I have a pair of socks and a t-shirt here that I would like to be able to service. So I'm going to go in and, the black t-shirt didn't work for me. So we're going to go in and try to go ahead and process an exchange. So right off the bat, you'll see 4 different return reasons. Again, these are going to be completely customizable to your brand. You could have these match your brand voice, and then you could collect more information by having sub reasons on these as well. So we'll go through a few of them so you could see how customizable they could get. So for example, the wrong size, things like too big, too small, ordered the wrong size, didn't like the fit. Again, you could match these to your specific products or to your brand voice. And depending on the reason, they change as well. So for changed my mind, there could be, didn't arrive on time, wasn't what I expected, or you were simply bracketing and you ordered multiple sizes. Again, you'll see something similar for the third option. And then we also have an area for damaged items. So for customers that received a damaged good, they'll be able to upload images that get sent directly to your team. Again, to avoid that back and forth with the customer, it really streamlines the process and really makes our platform completely self-service to the customer. So let me go in and select a reason here. You could also make these multiple select, completely up to you how you want to slice and dice that. So right off the bat, you'll see the same variant exchange. We are a one-to-one sync of your Shopify store. So you'll see that things like out of stock items, we will be able to note. So you're not selling things you don't have or exchanging for things that you don't have in your store right now. And I would like to exchange this for a white t-shirt. Again, for any type of variant that is in your catalog, whether that's material, size, color, or anything else that you could think of that's in your Shopify store, we'll be able to map it here and display that to your customer. In this instance, this t-shirt comes in cotton polyester, so they'd be able to choose just like they would when they're shopping with your store. But before I go through with the same variant exchange, one thing to highlight, which is one of the releases that we just put out there, was the release of our product recommendation engine called Rex. This is a one-of-a-kind feature in the industry, and we're super excited to bring that to market for you guys. So what our product recommendation engine is exactly that. It recommends products based on what you are returning or exchanging. these are handpicked by your team. And it could be a combination, like I said, handpicked by your team, frequently bought together, best sellers in your store, best sellers in that category, so on and so forth. And that's just the first iteration of the recommendation engine Rex. In future releases, we're going to make it more dynamic, where it's going to have more AI components to it, where it will really learn how your shoppers are shopping, and based on their shopping behaviors, be able to offer items that match their behaviors, in real time. And it's very exciting stuff. But if that doesn't do it for your customer, we always have a full catalog exchange. So they could go in here and select any item in your store, and you could filter it by categories, like collections, or just simple categories like tops, bottoms, shoes, and so on and so forth. One thing I did want to touch on as well, we are an exchange first platform. Again, I will continue to highlight that throughout the platform, but you'll notice that we significantly deprioritize the refund. It is always an option for your customers, but it's not the most important. Being able to have the customer leave with something that they actually want is our top priority. So let me go in here and select, maybe these jeans is something that I want. I'll go ahead and, select black. And I'll go, actually, I'm not small, but you'll be able to see that we pick up your inventory, just as I mentioned earlier, and we also manage that price difference. It's all done on the platform, again, because we are that mirrored to your Shopify storefront. So let me adjust this to something a little bit more fitting. So I'll switch this over to a large and go ahead and move forward with that exchange. You could also select multiple items to exchange in that one swift motion, or one item, if that's what you wish to do.
It's so convenient that that price differentiator is right there while I'm trying to exchange something. So the customer doesn't have to go through the entire thing, pick out what they want, and then realize at the end, oh, I can't spend that much. That's $40 more. That's really convenient to have right while you're exchanging it in the moment.
Yeah, it really kind of puts it first and foremost right up front for them, being, hey, on the thread of transparency, there will be a difference of X dollars because you chose a higher item, or there's going to be a refund of X amount of dollars because you chose a item not as expensive. And to kind of go on that same thread, earlier I talked about the different types of exchange incentives you could offer your customers. And one of those is a bonus credit. So for example, we chose an item that was more expensive, and sometimes folks don't want to be able to front all the costs to be able to do that. So what we offer is this bonus credit that helps cover some of that cost, whether it's, in this case, $46. Sometimes they exchange for something a few dollars over, and it lets you kind of cover that cost for them, again, to be able to provide a great seamless customer experience for them. You also see this for driving the exchange behavior. So if someone's going to go return something, you could always offer them that bonus credit of, hey, if you are exchanging something, we'll put $10 towards your total funds to be able to go towards an exchange. And you'll see that another use case that we see a lot with our merchants here as well is they'll offer free shipping and some type of bonus credit, waived fees for all exchanges, and then they'll do either a return fee, a processing fee, a restocking fee, and maybe even pass on the label cost to the customer. Maybe not all of them at once, but some combination of those, again, to be able to drive folks to opt in for an exchange. So two benefits on that. One, for the customer, they're leaving with something that they want. They're getting essentially a better deal and a better experience. And for the merchants themselves, they're having happy customers, they're providing a seamless experience for them. And then on the revenue side for them, they're able to retain a lot of that revenue instead of losing it to refunds. So moving on here, we also offer multiple ways, not only to exchange, but also to return the item. Whether you're opting in for a return or an exchange, you still have to get the items back to the merchant somehow. So we recently added the labelless return QR code functionality to the platform. Essentially what this is instead of getting a label, you get a QR code that you're able to now go to your local USPS store. They'll scan that QR code. You just hand them your items, they pack it, and they ship it for you. So this helps for the use cases where folks don't have printers. they got rid of the box and they don't have a box to put it in. It just makes the return process so much easier for them to just drop it off and have it be taken care of for them. We also do integrate with carriers on the back end. So if you are using your own carriers, you're more than welcome to bring those rates on here and rate shop and offer your customers the cheapest, the fastest service levels for them to get items back. And again, you could have the label cost be passed on to the customer, or you could waive that for them, completely up to you. The platform could handle all those use cases. And we also do, the customer could always take care of shipping themselves, or you could have a scheduled carrier pickup where they come pick up that item for you. Or lastly, you could always drop it in store for those merchants that have physical storefronts. And that essentially wraps it up. The next screen is going to be an overview of the options we selected. So based on what we selected, the service level, it gives you a summary just to make sure everything looks good. And then you are essentially good to go. You get your label, your packaging slip, and you're ready to process that return/exchange. So that does it for the quick product demonstration here. Looking forward to doing another video with you guys to show more functionality that we release in the next couple of weeks. And if you guys have any questions or just want to talk about returns, feel free to shoot me or my team a message, and we're happy to hop on and talk everything returns and exchanges with you. Until next time, thanks guys.
Thanks.